I would like us to re-examine ourselves as Christians, and we should individually ask ourselves these questions. What are the challenges that you as an individual you are passing through in life? What are your challenges? What are your storms? The storms are the difficulties that are beyond your control.
Created April 17, 2020, we are an assembly of Christians and without a care of our different denominations came together with the sole purpose of rebuilding our world by word of scripture. We are the Our World Group.
Are you ready in the midst of these storms to accept Christ in faith? We're going to look at Matthew chapter 8, verse 23 to 27. When you follow this very passage, you're going to be unveiled to the fact that as Christ entered the boat, moving towards the other side of the lake with his disciples, the storms were high. The storms were high, and the disciples were afraid and feeling that the boat was going to sink. And with this fear in them, they discovered that Christ was sleeping in the midst of the storms. And they went straight away. One of them went straight away to him and tapped him up. Are you not afraid that this very boat may sink? From the level of the storms, the disciples, deep in them, they knew that they were going to get drowned. But you will notice that Christ was sleeping. Christ was sleeping in the midst of storms. And listen to what Christ said when one of the disciples came over and was tapping him, that he should wake up. That is he not afraid too, that this very boat may sink? Matthew chapter 8, verse 26. He replied, "You of little faith, why are you so afraid?" Then he got up, rebuked the winds and the waves, and it was completely calm. This is a very powerful message to us Christians. We have to understand that in the midst of challenges, in the midst of difficulties, we are supposed to be calm. And that is why Christ was calm, because he knew that God was with him. Why do we get frightened at times when we have challenges that we may not handle? Surrender them to God. You don't need to be afraid when God is with you. When he is in you, all things are possible. When Christ lives in you, know that whatever challenge that you are passing through, he will handle it. So we're being called as Christians today not to be afraid in the face of challenges, in difficult moments. We should instead embrace Christ in faith and to see his hand at work. When you identify that Christ is journeying with you, you will be calm. And in the presence of those storms, you will have high faith. In the midst of the challenges, you are going to embrace them in faith. And then you will see Christ in them. And there will be that calm. You don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be tense or to be worried like the disciples were. When the storms were high, you need to be calm. You need to embrace Christ in faith and be focused and to see him in everything. And with this, that very difficult situation in your life will be handled. And with this, the storms in your life will be calmed down.